everyone, welcome back to Yappertisers.
It's the last video that we'll ever record for this channel.
Today! We're really tired. It's been a long day.
This is the third intro.
We started at 9:30. It's now 5:30.
Yeah, we've had a long day, our big recording day. We thought we'd try and
Get ahead.
Catch back up.
content.
This is what happens when I go to Melbourne. Everything goes to
all
shit.
Riley's fault.
It's all my fault. I went and watched 14 movies in 10 days. Oh my god. Including this one.
Oh yes, you did.
I did watch this movie.
I haven't watched it, but I have much to say.
Really bad.
Can I quickly pirate it before we start?
Yeah, hold
We're
on.
gonna watch it.
Cut.
Yeah,
Cut?
I'm just gonna.
Cut. Hold on. Welcome back. We've now watched the movie again.
That
I'm the
Oh,
one editing this. No,
cut.
no.
Damn it.
I'm gonna leave all this in.
Make Caitlyn explode!
No, that's Saucy Showdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out Saucy Showdown, which will come out.
Intercontinental references.
Is this going to be the first teaser for that new show that's not out yet by the time this releases?
Maybe.
Damn.
Whoa!
Damn.
But first, I do want to be very humble. I want to thank everyone that did well. Being nice, because I do appreciate it. Everyone watching the Gypsy episode, I wasn't expecting much.
No, it popped
just-
off.
It popped
It was
up.
just a bit of me being me, just telling people about things and them going, uh-huh.
People liked it.
We want more.
185 views.
Is it at 185?
Good
I'm
on
pulling it
you.
up.
Are we pulling it up live?
Pulling it up live. 187.
187.
We've watched it twice today.
New subscriber too.
Oh, fuck yeah. Thank you to
exciting.
who just subscribed.
Whoever did
Personal
it
thank you.
on August 28th, the Wednesday, you're
We
a
know-
real
we
one.
know-
You're a real one.
You're a real one.
Nah, they might have anonymous subs off and then I won't know who they are.
True.
But I want to thank everyone who did at least watch it or share it or like it or anything. I also want to thank the boys, the men, for being a part of it. You know, the
I didn't
Yappetisers
get a
wouldn't
choice. I was
exist without
intoxicated.
them as well. So
That's nice.
thank you for being a part of this. And to
We all did good.
you did. I enjoyed it.
Hey, I edited it.
That's
Hey,
true.
I was
I'm
there.
not an editor, but I will be trying my best for this one. It may not be as good as the first one, but I'm gonna give it my all.
Go, Caitlyn.
Okay, after the Instagram poll, we've decided we're covering This Ends With Us.
That's Blake Lively and that's the director. I don't know his name.
Yes.
Can I pull it up?
I
Or
will,
do you have it?
No. This is my job to do it. Thank you, Cody.
You tell me I can't open Letterboxd?
No.
Fuck.
It's my job to tell you about this situation.
Go on, Caitlyn.
So obviously people online, there's a lot of talk about this movie. A lot of talk. I have named it Don't Worry Darling 2.0.
Do I say my line that I say at the start of every appetizer?
Go on.
I haven't heard a single thing. I'm so excited.
That's our relationship. You tell me things and you recite it to the whole group. And I sit here and make comical quips every
Well,
5 odd
Cody's not
minutes.
online as much as you and I. I'm chronically online.
Well, this is
You're
like
mid-
Thank the high
You're
heavens.
mid
holy
online, and then
shit.
Cody is staying sober, brother.
this is my
Staying
territory
sober,
because
brother.
it's movie area. This
Yes.
is movie drama.
This
I'm
is
familiar
more-
with this way more than I
Well-
I just want to make movies for the art of it.
Yeah. Well,
You'll love this movie then.
Oh,
well,
great.
Gypsy had her own TV show and stuff, like,
Yes, she did. Joey King.
so it was still movie related, but like more like
I'd argue that's TV.
television,
I'm out of that.
Hollywood integrated. Anyways,
Either way.
This Ends With Us started. It premiered
2
the
weeks
end of
ago?
July.
2
Or
weeks ago.
Start of August.
July.
Yeah, I think it was end of July into August.
Oh, no, August. It was like 3 weeks ago.
It
Yeah,
was the essential information.
Because I
from
watched
the Australian release.
like a week after it came out, so
Yeah.
probably 3 weeks.
From the moment of the teasing of this movie, right up to the red carpet, to the interviews, this movie was doomed to
Good.
to the internet.
Good. I hate it.
Okay,
Movie sucks.
let's move to the next
Please,
slide.
care about the drama.
I'm excited.
Actually, hold on.
Dude,
should
this one I'm
introduce-
passionate about.
I should introduce who our main players are. On the left is Miss Blake Lively, Mrs. Reynolds, if you will.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds married her.
We're not clapping for this.
No.
No, because I hate this thing.
Okay.
And then you also
I have
have
so much.
Justin Baldoni.
That's his name.
He is the director as well as the lead male star of the movie.
The antagonist, one might say.
He is the antagonist. in the movie, but I feel like Blake Lively is the antagonist in real life.
Dude, spoilers.
Which, that's just my opinion, but
all of this information is coming flooding right back to me, and I'm getting so angry.
Just be prepared. All right, I have obviously notes again on the side.
Feel free to read along at home.
Where to begin? Truly.
With the movie, probably.
Okay, let's start with, obviously, I want your opinions first.
Sucks.
These are the 2 movie posters that were marketed.
Just fucking horses, Riley.
That's for
Just
my
wait.
opinion.
Just wait.
That's for my opinion.
I
Hold
want-
your horses.
I want you to get the general vibe. Okay.
Let me have an experience here.
We have 2 very different posters.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
One
Mom.
is the official one, and one was the official one until it got changed. So looking from the far left, the one with Blake Lively with all the flowers, what's your vibe? What movie do you think this
Lovely
kinda
romantic
is?
movie.
A
You think
shit
it's
one.
a romance movie?
Romance movie.
And Riley, without spoiling?
A movie
if you
about
didn't know.
a strong, independent woman who really likes flowers living her life.
Yes. Like, you just get this very happy, romancy sort of feel. Now, if you look at the other one...
Dark, dreary, depressing.
I honestly really do
Is that-
like... I do like the second poster.
I do too.
Oh, that's him like kissing her neck.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
so
the
confused.
second poster reveals so
Sorry,
much
I'm getting my
more
lip
about
balm.
what the story would be than...
My one on Letterboxd is so much better.
Than whatever the hell the second one is. And then with the we break the pattern or the pattern breaks us, I mean, whatever.
Which is-
cheesy, but like...
It's a beautiful tagline for what this movie is.
Yeah, shit.
But, as you can see, 2 different vibes.
I hate this movie. It's really
from 2 different people. Blake, who is a producer of it, of this film, she pushed for the obviously romancy flowery one. Justin Baldoni and Colleen Hoover, to start off with, did have this right hand one. So, to put it simply, this movie is about domestic violence. As I said before. So saying, Blake's got one, Justin's got the other, there is a great divide between our first one. That is Colleen Hoover.
Huh.
So she is the author of this book.
Mm.
Before I go into, obviously, my data here, Colleen got very popular on TikTok, specifically Book Talk, which those who read...
Not us.
Sorry, Riley.
However,
Sorry, Riley.
When have I ever seen you pick up a book other than like a comic?
Okay, well then that's fair. You win that. You do
Yeah.
win that argument.
So she got really popular off TikTok.
Invincible's good though.
She's had a couple of really popular books. This obviously is probably one of her biggest ones.
I'd say it is the biggest.
Would you like to hear a couple lines that she has written in her book, which I think is so funny?
Go on.
Please.
So, It Ends With Us the book is about domestic violence, centered around the character Lily Blossom Bloom.
Don't worry, the movie makes
Thoughts?
a joke about it too. Shit name.
Thoughts?
Shit name.
That's an interesting name, Lily Blossom Bloom.
She also owns a flower shop.
You'll never guess what it's called.
Lily's Blossom Bloom.
No, get rid of Blossom and you're spot on.
Lily Bloom.
There we go.
I
think it's Lily Blooms. I think.
I
don't-
haven't watched the movie, nor have I read the book.
I watched the movie. Don't
But-
worry, I watched it.
A couple of lines from this book are, my husband and I stared at my child's big balls and laughed, or something along the lines
Another
of that.
one was she was in the Amazon researching spiders right before she died.
No, we're not talking about Madam Web.
While researching spiders right before she died, get it fucking right.
Their web connects them. Their flower connects them all.
Another quote from what I believe is, Lily likes to write letters to Ellen DeGeneres. And she also names her child after Ellen's hit character Dory from Finding Nemo.
Oh, they changed that in the movie. That's
Oh,
not
yes,
in
they
there.
did.
Yeah.
And she writes to Ellen DeGeneres. I'm remembering off the top of my head on what I read.
I believe one
You'll
of the other
never-
quotes was, "You imprinted on my daughter."
It's
You
same
named her
sort of
after
vibe.
the Loch Ness Monster? I think that was another one of the
She's writing to Ellen and she goes, "You'll never believe this, but I've never been so turned on by a guy rubbing cow shit all over me."
Huh?
Yeah.
That wasn't in the movie.
It's obviously not said like that, but something very similar.
That was not in the movie.
Anyways, I'll get into my notes because I'll go off topic.
I've said it once or twice.
So It Ends With Us was released in 2016 and it tells the story of Lily Blossom Bloom. Growing up, she witnessed her father abusing her mother, and as an adult, Lily moves from her home state of Maine to Boston to pursue her dream of opening a flower shop. There she meets a neurosurgeon called Ryle Kincaid, and they fall in love. However, he begins abusing her.
Oh.
Then Lily's childhood love, Atlas Corrigan, who is described as a homeless man, re-enters her life, and Lily must make a choice about her future. Ultimately, again, this is a movie about domestic violence. Jessamine Baldoni read this story and was captured by her message, and he messaged Holly, the author. How did this movie go to shit?
Blake is too old for this shit.
During the filming. In the book, Lily is meant to be of college age, our age. Blake is in...
40s?
I think she's in her 40s.
Hey Siri. How old is Blake Lively?
She's not much older than
37.
I'm gonna... late 30s. We'll make it
37.
sound nicer.
Wow, that's
37.
That's an age difference between
There
her
is a
and
big
Ryan.
age difference.
Yeah,
A lot
Ryan's
of
like
the
50,
wardrobe,
45
apparently,
though.
Blake owned.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So she owns a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So of a way to market their movie now being made, they leaked photos from set, and fans were pissed.
They really try to do the Deadpool thing.
Yeah.
Let's leak footage and hopefully it goes well.
So in the book, Lily is a very eccentric, boho-y sort of style,
Really?
and we got this.
I didn't get that from the movie. I got sad middle-aged woman.
It's giving New Yorker.
It's giving depressed Sydney resident.
Obviously fans
Who
were
lives in
pissed.
Newtown
This is not what
specifically.
they envisioned. So they moved into phase 2.
Oh no. Oh
Months
no.
ago.
I know this video.
Steam Silver, brother.
No.
So I've written Blake Lively and the It Ends With Us team drops the ball with the most tone-deaf video to promote their ticket sales.
Do you have it?
I do.
Hello, Blake Lively here.
Colleen Hoover.
And It Ends With Us is in theaters now, so grab your friends, wear your florals, and head out to see it.
I want to see you again.
Oh, now you see me.
Share the emotion.
Get your friends, wear your florals, and come see It Ends With Us.
I hate this movie. This movie sucks.
Blake, not great. Obviously, you know, that might not be her team, but it's kind of bad. So big yikes on the fumbled the ball there, Blake.
Yeesh. Yeesha.
So next I will get into the responses. There are some crazy responses. I'm only going to show a couple of them. So there was this one.
It Ends With Us is in theaters now, so grab your friends, wear your florals, and head out to see it.
Grab your striped pajamas because you're not going to want to miss this. Bring your oxygen tanks because this movie is going to take your breath away. Grab your friends and get all dolled up. Wear your purple. Put on your bathing suit and get ready to take a bite out of this movie. Quit horsing around and put on your riding boots and boogie on down to the theater. Gear up in camo because this movie is going to blow you away.
Now that Jaws one rules. I love that.
So
Yeah, okay.
people were making fun of her.
What has been the best part in making this particular movie?
I've noticed so many beautiful crystals on teeth. Is that a big fashion thing? Is that a big fashion thing?
We did it for you!
Two gems is very,
Oh my god, thank you for noticing.
No, I've seen it either I'm like having a stroke and everyone's teeth are like super shiny and amazing.
We got them yesterday.
We are trying to copy you.
We can go get them done?
Yeah.
Anyways,
What happened?
this kind of plays in later. But
What was the point of that? How does
she
it feel playing a domestic violence survivor?
it
Your
plays
teeth
in
are
later.
cool.
Actually, I might be able to pull it up on this. Okay.
They're totally
let's make a movie that like about the female emotion and it's just like hysterical women. And I was like, no, like women also want to listen to Tom York. So we have a
And then I remember finishing the book and I wrote Colleen this like impassioned letter, just pouring my heart out and saying like, this is why I'm a filmmaker. This is why we started Wayfair Studios, to tell stories like this. And if this book, before it had become a global sensation, had already helped thousands of women leave situations like Lily was in, I knew that if we could find a way to adapt it, which we knew wasn't going to be easy, then we had the potential to impact millions of lives.
So why the fuck was Blake in this?
We'll get into it.
He seems like he's actually...
To cut it
Yeah,
flat,
go off.
he's promoting this in his interviews with compassion and a lot of fragility. Like he's aware of what this sort of movie is and what this book was. And I think Blake wants to make it girly pop. Essentially.
Then make it good.
Then don't make this
We'll get further,
movie.
okay? We'll get further. Back to
Maybe
this.
I was against that, man, just from the... I didn't say
That's
any
why
of
I
this
said
thing.
you gotta wait.
Yeah, this guy seems legitimate.
Alright.
Maybe
So
it's just
step
hating for
3,
the movie.
after all of these little, like, couple of interviews, couple of everything, was there something you noticed?
What?
Anything in particular?
They're not together.
Bingo! Why is Justin
They're
and
doing
Blake,
separate
the
press
two main
tours.
characters, not doing interviews together? They're not doing marketing together.
I know the answer.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, I won't say it.
So step 3 was the press tour. Obviously, the red carpet came out.
All of them together is edited.
Dude, it's Ryan Reynolds and
So,
huge jacked man.
As the film's
Why
press
is
tour
he
kicked
there?
off in June of 2024, cracks began to show. Reportedly, there had been some tension between Blake and Justin, who of which directed and starred alongside. Reports say that Blake and Justin had fundamentally different ideas of about how the film should be marketed.
And we just saw
We
that.
clearly just saw there's two very
okay.
different
Justin's
ideas.
handling the situation very delicately
Yeah.
and really respectfully, which is what you should be doing with a movie about this subject. It's really cool seeing a dude do that, because that's not usually how it goes. It's usually the other way. Go
So
off, Justin. You're now my favorite.
Justin's been making a point in the film to always respect the experiences of domestic violence survivors. Reportedly, he chose to distance himself from more lighthearted promotional activities
Go
led
off.
by Blake and the rest of the cast, who I think have been roped into it.
Yeah, go off.
I think we'll get into
I love
that.
his suit. That suit's fucking
I
sick
do
as
like the
hell.
pink suit.
That pink suit rules.
It's beautiful. Justin has skipped key promotional activities, and trust and believe it didn't go unnoticed by fans. So ultimately, this increased rumors of a deeper issue. The tension has now come to a peak during the It Ends With Us New York premiere on August 6th, so the official release date, I believe that was.
Right,
That was the premiere. It was I think a week before it actually came out.
So when
Yeah,
Justin
Reynolds
was
is there.
suspiciously absent from the group photos with Blake and the rest of the cast, fans noticed, and so did everyone else. The divide between the two stars only added fuel to the fire, with many speculating that this discord was behind the varying inputs on the marketing efforts.
It's fine, we have Hugh Jackman instead.
So Colleen Hoover, the author, and several key cast members don't follow Justin on social media, deepening even more suspicions of internal conflict. Now, I believe from us recording, it's either today or yesterday, Justin stopped following Colleen. So that was the only person he was following from that whole
Jesus.
team. He officially unfollowed her.
I hope Justin gets
He's
some
been
better
connected
opportunities.
to this book since 2019.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh,
When
that's
he-
so rough. I hope this man gets some good film opportunities in the future.
But wait a second.
Reynolds and Jackman.
There's two men here who are not from this movie.
Reynolds and Jackman.
So
What's Reynolds Jackman doing?
I didn't add this in a slide, but Deadpool and Wolverine are here.
Deadpool
Why
makes
are
sense.
they here?
Ryan makes sense. It's
So
Blake's husband.
I have a theory to propose.
A film theory?
Last year, around July, August, we had two very big films come out.
Oh.
Do we remember what they were?
Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Dude.
Maybe maybe
Deadpool
we're
and it
having
ends with us.
it ends with Deadpool and Wolverine sort of moment.
No.
Because that's why I think Blake is doing this girly pop, fun, lighthearted
to try and
interviews.
match Barbie's
Because that's
energy.
what Marvel's doing with Deadpool. They're doing what's the interview where they have the board and it's like their top Google thingers?
Wired.
Yeah, they have
fucking
that,
Wired.
but with the It Ends With Us cast.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a couple of weird ones.
What's your Letterboxd top 4?
My personal theory. I think because the director didn't show up, they last minute were like, "Fuck,
Hugh Jackman!
Shit. Who do we get for this then? If the director's not going to be
this?
Ryan Reynolds."
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Reynolds would have been there regardless.
This
It's
is-
Hugh Jackman that's the
There's
weird
also
one.
something insider, which I don't know if I put in this slide as well.
Hmm.
So there's a very important scene between Ryle, who's Justin Baldoni, and Blake's character Lily.
Hmm.
They're on a balcony, obviously talking, and
Oh.
Ryle says to Lily, I want to fuck you. I want to have
Yeah.
sex with you.
Yeah, a bit weird.
Ryan Reynolds rewrote that scene, so it was meant to be something different. But during the writer's strikes, Ryan Reynolds got a hold of that script.
He crossed the
And
fucking
changed the
picket
scene.
line? Oh.
So he rewrote that whole scene,
Do we know what it was meant to be?
obviously from what was in the book. It's meant to be quite a violent scene.
Because it starts off like that. He walks out and he's having a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
He kicks over a chair or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Like,
And then
that
you go- and he
whole
just-
scene was made by Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
Yeah, that
that's
makes sense.
Nasty.
That makes
So
sense.
that's why I'm a little bit like, Ryan's there for a reason. But I feel like he's just Hugh. He's just trying to be nice.
I can't hate Hugh Jackman.
No,
I love that
neither
man
can
too
I.
much.
Not yet.
He's not the problem.
Not
He's
yet.
just there to support his
Well-
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's supporting his boyfriend Ryan Reynolds.
Not yet. We'll see.
But,
no, don't say that.
He
I don't-
was in the sun.
Let's move on to Justin
He
Baldoni.
was in the sun.
So,
Damn, he looks like Rhett in that photo.
I just want to make sure that's the right slide. Yes.
Oh
yes.
no, he's very
Okay.
active in the speaking out against male violence, isn't he?
So, moving onwards, throughout July and August of 2024, the divide between the two has become even more noticeable. Like, this has just blown out of the water. Especially with all the interviews. Obviously, I showed you the one with Blake being like, grab your girls and your florals, and Justin sitting down at a news table, delivering a very beautiful message of what the book was meant to be.
Can I kind of mention something
Go for
which
it.
goes into that topic? When I watched that movie, I was the only dude in that audience.
Yeah.
There is not a single guy who I know who has seen it,
Yeah.
which is very much against what it's
Wow.
going for.
Yes.
Like it's
It's
that's
meant
what
to
I took-
open the conversation to everyone.
that's what I took from the movie was like I can see what they're trying to go for,
Yeah.
but they've entirely missed the angle.
You're good?
And
Okay.
I know why they missed the angle.
Yeah.
Because there's a very distinct decision
Yeah.
that I don't know he was involved with.
Like, obviously, you know, this is a movie about domestic violence. People are obviously going to criticize him because he's a male director directing a female-gazed.
Yeah, look, I thought it was a bit weird
Situation?
originally that he cast himself as the lead because I was like, no idea of this kind of shit. And that
Yeah.
now it makes a lot more sense of like, hey, I'm researched in this. I want to be delicate with it.
So I'll get into, like, that sort of thing
he
now.
seems to know what he's actually
He
talking
seems like a
about.
great dude.
So on August 7th, Justin appeared on
I'll
the
have a coffee
CBS
with
Morning Show and delivered a heartfelt discussion on the importance of portraying domestic violence with the seriousness it deserves.
That's what you showed us,
He
right?
spoke passionately about the need to shift the conversation and domestic violence, focusing on the importance of understanding the root cause of abusive behavior. Justin is also a huge advocate for equal rights, being a feminist, and speaking up on his platforms like his TED Talks.
Go off.
His TED Talk is a little bit like obviously he's being like, he talks about we need to stop the cycle, and if we stop the cycle, women won't have to say me too. Which was, when he delivered that, it was very impactful. But he also has a podcast called Man Enough where he speaks on the stigma of toxic masculinity
Go
and
off.
opens up conversations for better progress.
Fuck yeah,
Is
man.
that a
He has
book
also
as
got
well?
this book, Boys Will Be Boys, and then he's been
Crossed it out for
humans.
humans.
Like, from where he's coming from, obviously, you know, as a woman, and this is a story about a woman being abused, it would be nice to have a female to understand that. But from, like, his career, he's really just been very delicate, very aware, opening the conversation, and I do respect that. But as a woman, I would have preferred a female to do it.
Something had just very much clicked in my head, and I know you're going to cover it.
Yeah.
And I'm very fucking pissy about
Next!
Skip!
Now this is Blake's turn. In crazy contrast, Blake took a different route. With interviews, she would often gloss over these serious themes in favor of a lighter topic like fashion and behind-the-scenes stories. Obviously, we saw the one with her being like, crystals on your teeth are so in right now, after she's asked about domestic violence. In one interview, specifically this one in bottom, with the I don't remember the actor's name, but he plays Atlas in it, which is the
I like his
high
pink
school
shirt
sweetheart.
too.
She's asked a question on how she will connect and help someone. Like, if a fan had come up after watching her film and shared their personal story about domestic violence. She replied with a jab comment about how she would be giving them her phone number and inviting them back to her house. Like, very icky. Very mean girl. Which I said came across as rude and dismissive, not only to the interviewer, but the fans. If you take the time to watch this interview, Atlas, I'm going to call him Atlas because that's the only way I can distinguish them. He's physically uncomfortable. He's physically uncomfortable of being in that situation. And I'm not one to read body language, but it's so clear as day. Critics pointed out how insensitive her remarks were given the film's subject matter. This difference in approach only intensified the criticism, and with many feeling that the marketing was not doing justice to the film's serious content. She promoted her own hair care brand, which is in the top right, even though she was wearing a wig.
A really shitty wig.
A really bad wig.
A really shit wrangler
And
wig.
she was promoting her alcohol brand. I think she's got two brands. Betty Booze, for a film involving domestic violence, which is, you know,
Hell yeah.
from what I
Hell
could
yeah.
research as well. At her premiere, like, people were posting like them having snacks and stuff. She had a couple of different cocktail names, like
The wife beater.
it was like Riles, like something. It was a little bit
Riles
on the
riled
nose.
up fist.
Riles
Not
up.
quite that bad, but it could have been there.
Atlas is awesome.
Sneak peek, the It Ends With Us book in the corner there as well.
Yeah, that's not
They
subtle.
posted that to their official Instagram. I also want to bring up this photo of Blake in the bottom right. Once that interview dropped of Blake being like, I'll give them my number, they can come to my house. A European interviewer, I don't remember her name, I don't remember where she was from, but it was when she was promoting the Society Cafe, I want to say. She was promoting one of the movies she was in, and the interviewer congratulated Blake on her pregnancy announcement. She goes, congratulations on your little bump. And Blake looked at her and goes, and what about your little bump?
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump? She called her fat. And the interviewer just sat there like, oh, okay. And then the woman sitting next to Blake was like, and what about my little bumps? And then referred to her butt to try and, you know, crack this weird kind of moment. And then throughout the interview, you can see Blake is very, like, turned away from the interviewer, only talking to her co-star. Like, very mean girl.
Is she not pregnant?
She was
She
pregnant.
is pregnant.
She was pregnant when she was promoting this movie. It was just Blake.
She was saying, congrats on your child announcement.
Congrats
You're
on
gonna be
your
a
on your
great
little
mother.
bump.
You're fat.
And she goes, and congrats on your little bump.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, it's bitchy. Bitchy! But let's not forget who started the story. Miss Colleen Hoover. there's been a couple of things that have come out about Colleen Hoover and her son, which I'm not going to touch on. So by August of 2024, people noticed that Colleen has now been quite silent throughout the growing backlash of the marketing and the press. Colleen, who is typically active and engages with her fan base on social media, particularly Book Talk, she's refrained from commenting on the marketing disaster. Like, she's just like, don't say anything, keep it to yourself. She also hasn't publicly addressed the marketing issues or the tension between Blake and Justin. Her silence speaks volumes, which has led to speculation that she wasn't happy with how her novel was being represented. Some fans even speculated that Colleen's silence was a protest against the marketing strategy, aligning her more with Justin's vision. I think Colleen started to realize
he unfollowed her.
He felt betrayed.
Give it a sec.
So
there's like a conclusion.
So Colleen was very much doing all that marketing with Blake. Girly pop, this is fun, yada 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 yada. However, if we're aligning it with these details, like she doesn't want to be involved with that side, this would make her a big hypocrite. Insert this photo.
Huh?
During the marketing of the It Ends With Us, she wanted to drop a coloring in book inspired by the book.
Yes, let's color it.
A coloring in book about domestic violence. And then, after that was a flop, this is obviously her addressing it, being like, yep, we're taking it down,
Coloring
whatever.
book about domestic violence.
She already partnered up with a nail polish brand. And, like, the nail polish brand has, like, different...
Flower-based polishes.
No, like, character-based, like, names for these polishes.
Dude, I want to say the Ryle one. Is it the red one?
I don't know.
It's probably the red one.
But it is so stupid.
And Lily's the 100% purple one.
Obviously, other things have come out of it. Like, Blake, apparently, because she was a producer, she put in money for a separate edit of the film. And do you know who edited that part?
Ryan Reynolds.
The editor for Deadpool x Wolverine.
Yeah.
So she has her own cut of the movie of what she wanted. But this was the official cut that they dropped for it.
Allegedly, that's the one that most people saw.
What, Blake's cut?
I'm trying to think if I need anything else to add to this. Like, obviously, there's just so much stuff, but there's just not enough time to, like...
Wow.
I'd be sitting here for hours.
I didn't know.
I'll happily sit here for
But
hours
the whole
and go
reason this has been so successful is not only Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine x Deadpool thing, because she was also in that. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah, she was. She
was Lady Deadpool in it.
Yeah.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey was Cowboy Deadpool, too.
Yep.
Okay.
Nathan
So
Fillion
not only
Deadpool?
was she successful in Deadpool, she carried that over into the It Ends With Us marketing and press, involving Ryan Reynolds. Like, he's in a couple of the It Ends With Us interviews.
Yeah, he interviews Atlas.
Yeah.
Why?
Wouldn't you think to, interview the main guy of the story, not Atlas, the secondary character? But there was
Celebrities
other...
and their egos.
There was other tensions on set. Like, apparently, Justin Baldoni went up to a stunt coordinator and was like, I have a really bad back. There's a scene where I've got to pick up, like, what's the best approach I can do so I not only hurt her, I don't hurt myself as well. That got back to Blake, and she thought he was fat shaming her.
Oh, yeah.
That was also a big thing, so I think that was the trigger.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they also had different views on how to direct the movie.
He's the
Yeah, we established that at the start. Justin Baldoni is the director.
I have a feeling he had hardly anything to do with the actual cut of it, though.
I think so as well. I think he was just steamrolled over.
That's
because okay, can I go on my
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Riley,
So hold on, let me finish. So to keep it simple, wrong move, guys. Wrong move.
So,
Questions.
problem I have with this movie, as someone who has seen it and think that we should have more representation about this, because men are fucked up, we should be held accountable 100%. What I think is really fucked up is the way they shoot the domestic violence scenes. Spoiler of the movie, I don't care. The way they film them is essentially like a fucking Scooby-Doo plot. So the first time that he hits her, right, They're having a panic about a fire in the kitchen, and he takes a pan out of the oven, burns his hand, and recoils and hits her in the face.
Yeah.
That's what happens. The way they film it is that he picks it up and goes, ah, and then doesn't do anything. No contact is made, and she like recoils back out of panic and smashes her hand on the glass.
Okay.
Because he drops a bowl.
Just to add to that, from what the more information I've done, they've done it to portray domestic violence like it's all in her head. Like he didn't just hit her.
What I don't like.
That's how they've done it.
Second one. He pushes her down a flight of stairs when he gets pissy at her. They also filmed that as like a, whoops, she tripped.
Yeah,
like
because she thinks it's in her head.
Twice. Because at the end, after he assaults her and like sexually assaults her, they reveal it as like a fucking Scooby-Doo. Whoop! He actually did hit her. He actually did push her down the stairs. Why not just fucking show that to begin with? Why sugarcoat it?
It's told
Why
in
gloss
her
it?
point of view that she's not believing it. You know, I accidentally hurt myself in the fire. It was my fault. Because that's the stigma that victims have. It's my fault.
That's why
she fell down the stairs. It was actually him that pushed her. It's her fault.
That's why I think Justin didn't have much to do with the
That
edit.
was the choice that they made, and maybe it didn't come across well on screen.
No, I hated it.
But I respect that thought process of what they wanted to do.
The way that Justin was talking about it felt like they filmed those scenes where he was hitting her. And that was going to be in the movie.
And in fairness, what they did actually shoot is very, very tame. There's one scene...
The book's so much worse.
Yeah, the one scene where he actually assaults her, like the big climax moment. Not much really happens. Pun not intended. Not much really happens. Like he gets on top of her. She hits him a few times. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. And I was really forgetful because of shit. He hits her. She hits him a few times. I think he hits her back, and then that's kind of it. Whereas I'm assuming in the book it's a lot more graphic. Because
I haven't read the book, but from what I've seen,
I was told by my little film circle that I'm in that if you've read the book, you'll fucking hate the movie. Because they're so disingenuous about how they go about it. They cover up so much shit. They sugarcoat so much shit, and they really kind of tiptoe around the severity of the situation. Which, as a man watching it in a theater full of fucking 14-year-olds, I'm like...
Which is nuts. That's a movie that's been marketed to teenage girls. And they could interpret that in many different ways.
Wow.
Like... It needed to be marketed, obviously, along with Justin's lines and what Colleen originally thought was for everyone to be a part of this conversation and that everyone should learn about Lily's story. And
wow, like
I hate this
movie. What did you expect me to discuss? Because you came in pretty raw. You didn't know anything about the context. And now...
Did I just come in pretty raw?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
You came into this conversation...
you just got set up, dude.
Great, thank you.
You're getting cancelled.
Oh, thank God, finally.
You came in not knowing, obviously, all this stuff behind it. What did you think I was going to talk about, and what are your opinions?
I mean, honestly, I didn't super even know what the movie was about anyway.
Yeah.
So... Now that I do, I didn't see any of the blank slate on this shit. Didn't see any of the marketing. Only saw that Blake Lively.
I mean, they didn't target your market.
Exactly. My market is no market. I don't.
That sounds like a euphemism. She targeted my market.
She targets my market.
Don't be riled.
How do you target my market?
Like, it's just, for me personally, it's so upsetting to see such a pivotal movie that it could have been to encourage people to speak out and not be part of the cycle anymore of... Yeah. Like, I'm upset that it missed the mark. I don't want you to forget, you came into this originally thinking he was the bad guy.
I did. Because I had only seen Blake Lively's perspective.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen Justin's.
Which is so upsetting because I also...
Both of these?
I came, like,
Both of
when
these
I
are.
first started listening to all this drama, I was like, hang on, why is he not promoting the movie like she is. Like, oh, maybe he did something wrong. He got kicked off the cast. Like,
because like from a marketing perspective, like I'm very much out of the whole marketing. I don't fucking care. But the big marketing movies that I've seen is Dune Part 2, Oppenheimer, and Barbie. All three of those had Greta, Denis, and Nolan talking extensively about their works.
Yeah.
This didn't. That's what kind of set my red flag off originally. It was like, hey, wait a sec. Why is this dude not?
yeah.
Because it's
Because
become
I
a
thought he
thing.
was the bad guy at the start until, you know, as it came further along, I was like, hang on. He's talking about domestic violence and all of that. And then the more I researched this, I was like, wow, this gentleman has just kind of been bulldozed over a project that he felt so passionately about.
I watched the movie before a lot of this shit like had surfaced.
Yeah.
So from my perspective of like someone who enjoys watching a fuckload of movies and can kind of critique it and kind of separate myself from Riley Nicoll watching it and like more of an objective view, I was like, okay, this is handled really poorly. This seems kind of fucked up. I don't like this man. However, then the whole shit came out of Blake Lively commissioned a second edit of the movie, which is apparently what a lot of people are seeing as the main movie. And she, as a producer, kind of overruled his decisions, which I think is really fucked up.
She bulldozed over this whole
That
project.
is so entirely...
So my takeaway is support the message behind what was meant to be.
But don't give this movie money.
Don't give Blake Lively your money.
Go watch Twisters. That's still showing.
Oh, God.
Go watch
But-
Alien
Go watch
Romulus. Don't watch
Yeah,
that. Don't watch Afraid. Go watch Long Legs. That movie fucking rules.
Thank you for watching, guys. This might be a longer episode that we've yapped about.
Watch
Obviously,
Dune
I'm gonna
Part
trim
2.
it down just a little bit. You're now educated. Now you can go home and tell Maddie.
Yeah.
I think she'd actually probably enjoy
Send her the link
hearing
on Monday.
drama.
Probably, yeah.
Again, if you guys have anything that you guys are passionate about and want to hear us cover, or specifically Caitlyn cover,
Yeah.
because she's very fucking good at this, leave it in the comments, respond to our Instagrams. You can message me if you want. Message the whole ball.
Message the whole
All
ball.
of our
message
socials
my
are in the
Instagram.
description.
You can message me too, but I
You
can't
won't respond.
guarantee that I will get back.
Caitlyn and I are chronically online. We'll at least see your message.
I'd honestly
Send me an
comment under the
email.
video.
Yeah,
We'll be
you can't
checking
put
that.
Email in the description.
Yeah, can you send your request via carrier pigeon?
Yeah, send me a letter.
By
If you-
smoke signal.
Or an
If,
email.
yeah, if you don't send a smoke signal, I won't see it.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to smell it.
However, we do ban that during summers here in Australia.
Yeah,
No
don't
smoke
set
signals
fires
during
during
summer. I
summer.
cannot stress enough.
We will burn to the ground.
We already lost pretty much half our country. Let's not do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye.